Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Linda. As I listen to Beth provide an introduction to what we're doing, I've been thinking, Linda, you've been at this for 30 years. You were a forerunner and working hard at this work for a long time. And I want to thank you for your commitment to this state, the children of this state, and for being there for me in everything that I do. So I want to thank you for that. I'd like to thank Beth for hosting us today. You're off to a fantastic start at Tides, and the work you do is incredible. Beth recognized all the members of my cabinet, but I'm proud of you guys, and I'm happy that you're here. Special welcome to Momazetta, who's our new Secretary of UHHS. She hit the ground running, and we have high hopes for you and a difficult job. I'd like to thank and recognize the Attorney General, who's going to be very involved in this effort. Special thanks and recognition to Leader McCaffrey and Rep. Craven. You both helped me enormously on the last task force. You supported and sponsored the 6 bills. Because of you, the work happened, and I want to thank you for stepping up again to be part of this. So, 4 years ago, I signed an executive order creating the Justice Reinvestment Task Force, and many of you were part of it. And I want to thank you for playing that role. We did that. We did that because we thought that there were steps that could be made to make our criminal justice system more fair, more equitable, and frankly to give people a chance in order to have some support and some rehabilitation. And so I signed the executive order. I did what I usually do. I get people who know more than I do, and I say, this is a big problem, see if you can solve it. And you did. You responded. You came up with a half a dozen pieces of legislation. The courts responded. You changed court rules. And by the way, you're having results. Real people's lives are better because of the work that you did. You modernized, let's see if this is a little better, modernized sentencing by giving courts information about individuals' substance abuse and mental health needs. How many people are in prison when they really need mental health treatment? A lot. And so we're trying to address that issue. Made probation supervision more effective. We know that that's a huge issue. Created a diversion program within the Superior Court, so those that suffer with mental illness or substance abuse can be diverted and receive the treatment that they need and not just wind up in the ACI. And we've expanded benefits for victims of violent crimes. Want to hear some of the results? As a result of your work, our sentenced prison population has decreased by 12% since 2015. And we want to keep that decline. That is the right direction. Let's keep it going in the right direction. We have fewer people in probation and more on parole. And we're screening more cases for early probation termination. Real concrete results. So you might be saying, okay, Governor, you made us do all that work and we did a good job. Why are we back here now? Because there's a lot more work to do. And you know that. As I look out here, you are advocates. You are social workers, you are mental health workers, you run the prison system, you know how much more work there is to do. So in a few minutes, I'll be sitting down to sign another executive order to have another justice reinvestment, criminal justice effort. And I'd like the work to be done by the end of the year so that we can together propose, when the legislature begins again in January, the next set of criminal justice reforms. Again, to make sure our system is more equitable, more fair, provides support, and make sure that people get in the right place at the right time and the right treatment that they need so they have a chance. So the focus of this is it's going to be creating a juvenile and criminal justice working group. It's going to have 2 pieces, and I want to begin by thanking the co-chairs who stepped up, beginning with Chief Judge Michael Forte, the Chief Judge of the Family Court, Judge Maureen Keogh, the Superior Court, and Mike Gray of the Governor's Workforce Board. The focus of this new effort is twofold. Number one, to focus on the back end of the system, which is to say reentry and support. Let's have a hard and serious look at all of the barriers which prevent somebody who's been incarcerated for a successful reentry. The real barriers: housing, job training, need for education, mental health, substance abuse. In a few minutes, you're going to hear from Justin with an amazing story. He's turned his life around. He has a full-time job. He's looking to buy a house because he got the support he needed. There are barriers. They are real. Let's identify them. Let's break them down so folks can have a second chance. That's what this is going to be all about. And the second area of focus is juvenile justice. And again, I want to thank Judge Forte for stepping up the juvenile justice system. As Linda said, I have focused on pre-K. I have focused on improving K through 12, focused on college affordability. Let's give our kids a chance. I'm happy to say our training school census is at an all-time low. Let's get it lower. Let's help these kids. People often introduce me as the 75th governor as the first one and the first woman. I'm also the first mother. I've seen my children flourish with pre-K. I've seen my children flourish because they have a chance to go to the doctor when they need to, they have a loving, supportive family, and they get the support they need. Let's not let these kids fall through the cracks, and let's not just relegate them to the criminal justice system. Let's have a serious discussion about what's required to have a humane and fair juvenile justice system. So that is the purpose of this executive order. We're going to sign the executive order. It's going to focus on re-entry in the juvenile system. It's going to focus on making sure every Rhode Islander has a chance and an opportunity to participate in the economic comeback that we're now undergoing. And for everybody in here who's been helpful and who's in the trenches every day, I want to say thank you for making Rhode Island stronger, and our families stronger, and our kids stronger, and our neighborhood stronger. And to all of you who have volunteered to be on this task force and do a lot of hard work, I want to say thank you. It's hard work. There's no easy answers. Just like we did last time, we're going to get something done, we're going to change lives, we're going to do it again.